Hello, family. It's great to be with you virtually. Our focus, and rightfully so, is Oxygen Immune Boost. Because we're living in a COVID-19 world, Immune Boost is our most important product. We have many great products that are helping people, and we take pride in all of them. Immune Boost is the flagship because of its ability to strengthen and protect the immune system. In this world, you're either immune strong or you're immune compromised. Would you prefer to be strong or compromised? The 5 key ingredients in Immune Boost are scientifically documented and empirically proven to protect and defend your immune system. CBD fuels the endocannabinoid system, which regulates the body's immune system. Zinc protects against viruses and bacteria. Holy basil has been in use for 3,000 years. It reduces stress, anxiety, depression, and has been linked to many other positive changes in health. D3 protects bone health and skin health, and it destroys free radicals that lead to premature aging of the skin. S-acetyl-L-glutathione has been called the mother of antioxidants and the single most important molecule for immune protection on the face of the earth. Immune Boost has all 5 ingredients working synergistically to boost your immune system, which is imperative in a pandemic world. This revolutionary and life-changing product is too good to keep to ourselves. It must be shared with the world. So that's why our next speaker will provide some very helpful perspective and language on having conversations and eliciting good business decisions from people about our products and our business opportunity. Please welcome a speaker and coach with over 45 years of experience and also an author of 40 books. He's a gentleman who keeps it simple and understandable. Please welcome Tom Schreiter, also known as Big Al.
Thank you, Larry, and thanks for inviting me, and I hope everybody is excited. So let's talk about Immune Boost. Why can one person go out and start talking to people, and out of 10 people, maybe get 5, 6, or 7 customers? And then another person goes out and talks to 100 people and gets no customers. Well, the second person worked a lot harder, but got no results. And that doesn't seem fair until we realize that there's a difference. The difference is called skills, which is words that we say, things that we do that people switch on to and say, oh, yeah, I'm open-minded. Yeah, I want to do this. And no rejection. Now, I'm pretty shy. I don't like going out meeting strangers, so I don't want rejection. I want everybody that I talk to be saying, oh, yeah, sounds good. So let's see how we're going to do this. Now, if you sold BMWs and had a big BMW dealership and lived in Atlanta, that'd be a pretty good business, but you'd realize not everyone could afford BMWs. And some people have a car that's working fine right now. They don't want to switch, especially not today. Some people like Toyota. Go figure. So if you had BMWs, you wouldn't be upset that not everybody wanted to buy right now at the very moment that we talk to them. And in our business, we're talking nutrition, better health. Now, it's true that 100% of the people we talk to would probably like to live longer instead of die quickly. We just do that survey, go out and talk to them. But maybe they don't want to do something about it right now, and that's understandable. So what we're going to do is think about this. Out of all the people that want better health, which is just about everybody, some of them might want to take care of their health problems and health challenges right now. And those will be the prospects that would say, you know what? I need to try this. I need to take care of it. Thank goodness you offered me a solution. Thank goodness that you didn't make up my mind for me by not telling me. So, how do we find these people? How do we sort them out? How do we find the ones that are interested and do it all rejection free? Ah, good question. So, what we're going to do is talk to people, get rid of the ones that are not interested right away, and then what? We will talk to only the interested ones. And we will tell them quality words that will sell them immediately. So let me give you an example. We talked to 10 people, and what if you just started off with a little sentence that got them to think, hmm, hmm, yeah. And the sentence would be, do you like taking good care of your health? People think, okay, yeah, I do. And from that point on, what do you think? Yeah, they're going to be thinking, yeah, I want to take good care of my health. I want to do better things for it. And we have a prospect, but we can do much, much better. Now, you have a full range of CBD products. And of course, you have the immune boost. So, why not talk to the best people possible? Let me tell you who they are: old people. Old people? Yeah. Young people have a lot more health than they have money. You might want to introduce the opportunity to them really quick. But old people have a lot more money than health, and they're willing to trade some of that for sure because they see the end of the line coming soon. And well, yes, they might need more money too. But once we sell them on the health products, then they're going to be 10 times more open minded about the opportunity. So here is what I would do: I'm going to go to a party, bunch of old people. And I'm going to go up to the old people and I'm thinking the purpose of business is to solve people's problems. Because if people don't have a problem, there's no need for business. If people never get hungry, we don't need restaurants. If people never sleep, we don't need hotels. And if people live forever and had perfect health, we wouldn't need health products. But thank goodness for our business, they do need health products. And these people that are older, once you're over 40, here's what happens: things start falling apart and it accelerates and gets worse and worse. And they know it. They wake up with aches and pains in the morning and they don't have the energy they used to. And they feel like locking the door when the grandchildren come. So if somebody has a problem, they are 10 times more excited to fix it now. People are more excited about problems, fixing them, than they are about opportunity and what they can gain. Both work, but problems will get us inside their mind right away. So here's what I would do with a different first line when I'm talking to these people. Now, let's say there's 20 people at the party. I would go and talk to each one of them. And here's what's interesting: you could just start talking to people, and if they do most of the talking, they love us. We have instant rapport, which is the first step. And the rapport means they trust us and believe us. So all we have to do is stand there and listen. They say, well, don't I have to ask them something first? No, people are programmed to complain. They like to say, how terrible things are, how the world's been unfair to them. They love talking about their problems, and they do that in the hopes that we will love them more. It's a unique program in humans. We just do that. Some have it more than others. But in the conversation, as soon as we get a chance to talk, all we have to do is ask this question: what are your two biggest health problems? And they go, my two biggest health problems? Sit down, relax. Let me tell you about volume one. And they are often talking and talking and talking about their health problems. And at some point, when they've finished talking about, oh, my ankles hurt, my knees hurt, my hips hurt, my back hurts, my neck hurt, I have migraine headaches, I have acid reflux, that's a disease now, I have high blood pressure, high blood sugar. And at some point, when they finally stop talking, we're going to ask this question: would you like to do something about it? Would you like to do something about it? Now, if you could write that question down and you say, wow, that will sort them right away, yes or no, if they want to do something about it or not. And if you think that's maybe too direct, try this. Have you ever considered doing something about it? Have you ever considered doing something about it? Now, when we ask that question, they have two choices, yes and no. Now, if the answer is no, never considered doing anything about it, I'm just waiting to be pushed off a cliff or something. All right, let them alone. But most people are going to say, yeah, I would like to do something about it. Now, what decision have they made in their mind? Their decision is, I want to take action now to do something about all my, you know, health problems as I get older and stress and, it's hard to sleep. And hey, how easy is that? So when people have a problem, they want to fix it and there's no rejection and it's fun. We're actually helping people who want to be helped. Now, if they say, yeah, I want to do something about it, would you like to know the next words? Here they are. Just say, we should talk. We should talk. Because maybe at the party is not the right time. You can talk to them later. Maybe it is the right time. We can continue talking now. But I find it very easy when they say, yeah, I'd like to do something about it. I say, we should talk. When's a good time after the party? Or I say, we should talk. And they say, now's a good time. Tell me now. I want to do this, 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 and this. And now we have an opening where they have already made the decision. I'm going to have to do something or buy something to fix it. All we have to do is just give them the details. Here's what's wrong. That is, most people give the details before asking for the decision. The decision is, do I want to fix my problem or not? Once they've made that, then you can tell about the details. If I walk into a BMW dealership and say, I need a car, they don't have to describe me how the transmission and all that works. They say, well, do you want a car now or not? That's my decision. Well, you do? Okay. So let's get you lined up on this car. And, do you have any questions about it, like the transmission or something? Well, okay. He said, wow, that was easy. So here it is. We listen to people. As soon as we have a chance, we say, what are your two biggest health problems? Ka-ching? Yes or no? And then we say, we should talk. And they say, well, let's talk right now. Would you like to know the next words? Here's what we do. We ask them, what would you like to know first? Now, if we ask, what would you like to know first, they will tell us exactly the most important thing in their mind. The one thing that they got to take care of right away. And once we ask that question, what would you like to know first? That might be all they want to know. Some people just ready to take action, and some people are like me. I want a few more questions. So here's how that would sound. So I say, so do you ever think about what are your two biggest health problems? And they go, yeah, I got all these, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, would it be okay if, you fixed them? Yeah. Then what are we going to say? Well, we should talk. And they say, well, let's talk right now. And I said, well, what would you like to know first? Well, will I have to exercise or is it something I can just take? Something you can take. Here's my next question. What would you like to know next? Or what's the product? How does it work? And you could say, well, if you can put a capsule in your mouth and sip some water, you're fully trained. You can do this. Wow, that's really fantastic. So remember, people have problems. They want to fix them, and we're there to help them fix them. Now, you can do this many ways. Here's another way. Let's say you're talking to a young mom with children. Now, in the conversation, you and I might say, have you ever noticed that schools are the breeding ground of flus and viruses and all kind of stuff? Everybody has something. She'll go, yeah, 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 yeah. And then you might say, would it be okay if, and if you see those 5 words, would it be okay if they're magic? Kids use those words against us to get everything. Mom, Dad, would it be okay if I did my homework on Sunday? Would it be okay if I stayed at Jennifer's tomorrow night? Would it be, those are magic words. So they've asked, or we've asked them, would it be okay if they're already nodding before we've gone anywhere? So if you have a pencil and paper, write down, would it be okay if? And now, what are we going to do? Talk about one of the benefits of our product. So, would it be okay if you could help your children's immune system every morning before they went to school? Oh, yeah. Or would it be okay if you could help your children's immune system protect themselves against all the garbage that's going around at school? Yeah. And if they say no, well, just turn them into child services. Just kidding. But the point is the correct words that we use that will get instant activity, instant action, instant customers right away. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, I could probably use those words for opportunity. Correct. So let's try problem. Would it be okay if, and see how quick they make a decision. So I stop at the gas station and I fill up my car with gas, but I don't pay at the pump because gas pumps will never join the business. So I go inside to pay, and there's a clerk. What do we know about this clerk? Is this clerk underpaid or overpaid? Oh, underpaid. Loves his job or hate his job? Hates his job. Wants more money in his life or less money? More money. More time with his family? Oh, yeah, more time. We know a lot about this stranger clerk. So I go up to pay my bill and I give the stranger my credit card. And I simply kind of start the conversation by saying, jobs really interfere with our lives. And he says, you're right, they do interfere. And I'm tired of just being here. I'm human target practice guarding my boss's money, and I only get a little bit, the minimum wage. And I say, would it be okay if, are we ready? So let's try a couple. Would it be okay if? Would it be okay if you had a second paycheck? Would it be okay if you could have a new career? Would it be okay if you could be paid more? Would it be okay if you could get paid for making people healthy? Would it be okay if you only had to work 4 days a week and had 3 days weekend? Would it be okay if you never had to work evenings again? Would it be okay if you never had to show up for work again? Would it be okay if you earn more money part time than your partner did full time? Or would it be okay if you earn more money part time than your boss did full time? Would it, all of a sudden, all these ideas come to our head because we're using the words that go directly into their mind. And at that moment, that clerk can make a decision. And that clerk might say, yeah, it'd be okay. And then I'm going to say, well, we should talk. Now, the clerk might be expecting me to try to sell him something and be kind of fearful, but no, I just say we should talk. And now it's up to him to volunteer. Well, when can we talk? And it was as easy as that. And when we sit down, they have already made the decision. Yes, I want to do something different with my life. Now, let's just take this another step further. On Saturday morning, you go into the mall, and at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock when the mall is open, all the minimum wage clerks are putting clothes out on stands in the aisles to interrupt the people that walk by. And they all have hangovers or feeling bad from partying Friday night. They don't want to be there. And these look like pretty great prospects. They might want to have a brand new career. So I could walk by and to the clerk say, do you hate working Saturdays? Yeah, I hate working Saturdays. Well, would it be okay if you never had to work Saturdays again? Tell me now. I said, "Oh, we should talk, but you're at work. I can't really talk to you now. When's your break? We can talk then down at the food court." My break is at 11:45. I'll meet you 11:45 at the food court. We could set up appointments all day long to clerks that are dissatisfied with their job, that feel they could do more or want more, or at least have Saturday off. We'd have unlimited appointments of interested people coming to us, and there was no rejection. So the key is to avoid people feeling sold to or whatever. And how do we do that? There's a little trick called microfacial expressions. Let me explain that trick. Uh, Cavemen out in the wild, uh, not many people back then. They're walking through the forest. They meet another caveman. They have to quickly look at that caveman and figure out instantly if that caveman is going to be a friend or an enemy. And if they get it wrong, well, they die and they don't reproduce. So what cavemen developed was a way of looking at people's faces and figuring out really quick, hey, um, are you going to be good for me or bad for me? Are you going to be a salesman or not? And everybody has that ability. You and I have the ability. When somebody's coming to us, we can look at them and figure out if they're a salesman or not, right? You can see a salesman from a mile away. We just know when they have an agenda. So how do we know? Well, there's three good clues. Number one is the body language. Number two is the tone of voice. And number three is something called microfacial expressions. We can make up to 25 or 30 different poses of our face, eyebrow up, lip down. We can do that per second. So if we can control our microfacial expressions, people will read our face and say, you're going to be a friend, not a foe. Well, how am I going to move my face 30 times a second? That's going to be hard. Well, here's the deal. There is a shortcut, a hack that we can do. Our microfacial expressions, our tone of voice, and our body language are automatically adjusted by our subconscious mind because they are simply a reflection of our intention. Now, here's what I mean by intention. If I'm going to talk to you, and right before I walk into the door, I'm thinking, mm, I need one more sale just to qualify. Yeah, I'm going to crush you like a grape. I'm going to pound, 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 close you. I'm not leaving until I get an order. And I walk in with that all over my face. What are you thinking? You're going to see that right away and put up all your salesman alarms and resistance and avoid me. But if I change my intention and I do this, 1 second before I walk in, I think I'm just here to help them. I'm here to give them one more option. They can keep their miserable life the way it is, or they can take my wonderful option. That's up to them. But I just want to help them. I don't want to make up their mind for them. I'll leave them this option. It's my gift to them. And I walk in with that all over my face. They read that. So what happens when we're brand new? When we're brand new, we're desperate to get that first new team member, that first new sale, and that desperation shows up all over our face. We actually smell pretty bad from the desperation. So what we want to do is change our intention starting right now. From now on, when we go talk to people, all we want to do is gift them with one more option, one more thing they can do in their life. And if they receive that gift, they can decide to take it or not. My son Keith has a little example. He says, you and I sit down for a cup of coffee. The waitress comes up and says, you want cream with your coffee? And you say yes. And she says, you want cream with your coffee, Big Al? And I say no. You don't see the waitress go back in the kitchen with the cream, slam it against the wall and yell, it's a pyramid. I quit. The worst thing that's ever happened. No, it was just an option. So what you and I do is offer people one more option in their life. That's it. And when they receive that option, they can decide if it's going to serve them or not. So let me wrap it up here with a little close you can use just so you can wrap it up right away and don't feel icky. And here's the close. Remember, we're giving them an option. And the option we're going to give them is our wonderful thing that we offered them, or they can keep their miserable life. It's an easy option. So at the end, here are the words if you're writing them down. The words are, so what is going to be easier for you? So what's going to be easier for you? Is it to give your children immune boost before they go to school, or to continue worrying about their immune system being exposed to all that stuff? Remember what we offer versus their current miserable life. So what's going to be easier for you? To keep working Saturdays here in the mall, or to start part-time to build a business so maybe you could quit this job quicker than you ever thought? So what's going to be easier for you? To keep working here at the convenience station at minimum wage for your boss, or to start a business part-time that could double your income and maybe even become a full-time income? So what's going to be easier for you? To start using these magic words right now, or to just go out there blind and just talk to people without getting results? Magic words get results. But I love the words, what are your two biggest health problems? That's instant orders almost right away. You can make a fortune at a party, and it doesn't take long to talk to everybody. They all love you. You have so many options to build your business now and ways to get people involved. It should be a whole lot of fun. So thanks for inviting me, and let me turn it back to Larry.
Thank you, Tom, and thanks for being a part of the national training event. Thank you for imparting the key words and the language that makes acquisition of partners and customers simpler and more successful. And oh, by the way, I can't wait to dive into your book.